What's up guys, David here, and the speed test we have all been waiting for is finally here. Today we got the Galaxy S9 Plus where it's going up against the iPhone 10 and the reigning speed test champ in the OnePlus 5T. Now taking a look at the spec sheets, all three of these phones are packing a punch. The iPhone 10 has Apple's A11 Bionic chip, the OnePlus 5T has a whopping 8GB of RAM, and the Galaxy S9 Plus is powered by the new Snapdragon 845. So which one of these phones will prove to be the fastest? And are we looking at a new champ? Let's find out. Giveaway time, we're giving away a Galaxy S9 Plus to a lucky subscriber. Learn how to enter to win by clicking on that first link down below in the description. So you know how it goes, we'll kick things off by starting with the stopwatches on each phone and then jump right into the first row of system apps, where the S9 Plus immediately falls behind there in the camera app. I'm not sure if this slower launch is related to the new variable aperture, but luckily for the S9, it didn't make too much of a difference, with it already catching up to the OnePlus 5T in Photoshop, with the iPhone 10 ahead of the pack already in Premiere. So each phone will be processing the same exact 5-second clip, with the A11 Bionic chip in the iPhone 10 just blowing through the task and already moving on to the gaming row, while surprisingly, the new Snapdragon 845 in the S9 doesn't outperform the older Snapdragon 835 in the OnePlus 5T. It'll be interesting to see if the extra horsepower under the hood of the S9 Plus can actually make a difference here in the gaming row, where so far, it doesn't really look like that's the case, with the OnePlus 5T being able to stay neck and neck with the S9 as each phone works on fit the fats. Meanwhile, the iPhone 10 is looking to improve on its lead, with it blasting through bullet force and moving on to Spotify, where it's able to take the one app lead it had over the other phones and turn it into a 2-app lead as it starts working on ESPN. So just over 3/4 into this first lap, the S9 Plus has not been able to get the OnePlus 5T off of its back, which, considering that the 5T is using a previous generation processor, is actually pretty impressive on the part of the 5T and shows us exactly why it's been the phone style speed test champ for so long. Anyways, the iPhone 10 finishes the first lap with a time of 1 minute and 22 seconds, while the 5T and the S9 Plus battle it out for second place, where they actually tie with a time of 1 minute and 27 seconds. The iPhone 10 so far has been able to keep all the apps open in the background, but its 3GB of RAM fails to keep flip diving ready, allowing both the S9 Plus and the OnePlus 5T to make the comeback. So at this point, it's pretty much a two-pony race between the S9 Plus and the 5T, where both phones are able to keep all the apps open and ready to go, and the only difference here is the animation time, with the 5T finishing first with a time of 1 minute and 51 seconds, and the S9 Plus finishing just a second later. The iPhone 10 continues to struggle, having to reload most of the remaining apps, where it eventually crosses the finish line with a time of 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Now, because this one is so close and under that 3-second margin of error, I'm gonna have to call it a tie between the S9 Plus and the OnePlus 5T. Taking a look at the individual app load up times from the first lap, you can see that the A11 Bionic is still the king when it comes to heavy duty tasks, while the difference between the Snapdragon 845 on the S9 Plus and the Snapdragon 835 on the OnePlus 5T isn't really all that noticeable when it comes to launching apps. Of course, that's not to say that there isn't a difference in other areas like energy consumption and graphics, so keep that in mind. Anyways, that is it for me in this video. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the very next episode.